Well, good morning, Cleveland County. I'm your host for the Cleveland County Kitchen Show, Deborah Blanton. Glad to be here. We're east of Falston, North Carolina, and I'm here with Big John. What's your last name?
Carol.
Carol.
Two R's, two L's. Kind of like Christmas, but...
Yeah. Well, I hope we've all had a good Christmas and a good New Year. This ought to be January. And Big John Carroll, with two R's and two L's, is going to show us his greenhouse. In the middle of winter, you're going to be able to purchase fresh tomatoes, fresh peppers, fresh cucumbers because of this greenhouse behind us. So, John, tell us a little introduction about where we're standing.
Okay, well, we are at Big John's Hydro Farm, and this is my greenhouse. It's 128 feet by 28 feet wide. The greenhouse is computerized, so it's automated, and it takes a lot of the work off. The behind you is a shade cloth.
And that's shade, as in what trees do.
Right. And it's only put on during, what we do is we actually just moved it at the time change. So we'll put it back on in the spring when the time changes again.
And that's because of the sunlight.
Yes.
So this keeps the plants shaded from the sunshine in the summertime.
In the summertime, yeah. In the late spring and late fall, the sun can actually cause a sunburn.
Yeah.
And that, if you ever see any yellow tomatoes that are red and it's got little yellow patches on it, that's a sunburn from the sun.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, that's the shade cloth is for that. Our greenhouse is oriented due north and south because we grow a vine crop.
Oh, sure.
And that way, and in the wintertime, your sun's going to be further in the south. So being that it's further in the south, you get you get sunlight on all sides of the plant.
Of course, and you plant a vineyard that way. You plant the rows north and south, so we take advantage of the sun in the west and the east.
Yes, that's the same concept.
I'll be darned. That's
and then
great.
Back over to our left here is our stockpile of wood that I have tree services come and dump for free. Then we process it, and this is how we heat the greenhouse.
Burning wood.
Yep.
Like old-fashioned.
We have a 1,000-gallon wood furnace.
Gee.
And it heats the water up to 190 degrees. And then there's a 200,000 BTU heat exchanger in the greenhouse, and then also the floor is heated It's got radiant floor heat.
Right.
So when we get in the teens, low teens, we'll run the floor heat along with the air heat.
Okay. And the plants actually sit on the floor.
Yes.
I guess we'll see all that
Yes.
when we go inside.
When we go inside, we'll see all that.
All right, good, good. Okay. Well, I think we're going to stand by right now and we're going to go into the greenhouse. So get your Coke from the refrigerator. We'll be right back.
As Cleveland County's premier event facility, LeGrand Center is the ideal location for any event. The LeGrand Center is located 45 minutes west of Charlotte, 45 minutes north of Spartanburg, and just a little over an hour east of Asheville. Whether you're a small business looking for a place for an off-site meeting or a bride looking for that special location for her wedding, LeGrand Center is the perfect place for you.
She gets her hair from her mom, her eyes from her dad, and her drugs from her home medicine cabinet. Fact: more people die from drug overdoses than from car crashes or gun violence. And over 50% of those deaths are from prescription drugs. Prescription drug abuse is preventable. 1. Secure and take regular inventory of our medications. 2. Dispose of unused or expired medications. 3. Share this message with others. Be aware, don't share, lock your meds.
Hey Jen, does your home have natural gas from the city of Shelby?
I'm not sure, Chris. You do realize I'm just a kid, right?
Right, you're what, like 6 years old now?
6.5, Chris.
Okay, well did you know that the city of Shelby's been providing natural gas to homes in Cleveland County since?
1955. Yeah, I knew that.
Did you also know that natural gas is...
Safe.
Yeah, did you know natural gas is...
Affordable. Yeah, I knew that too.
Wow, you sure know an awful lot about natural gas to be a kid.
Hey, I may be a kid, but I'm pretty smart to be.
6 years old?
6.5, Chris.
For more information on the benefits of natural gas, visit cityofshelby.com and discover all the ways natural gas is working for you today.
Safe, affordable natural gas from the city of Shelby, making the
way we live even better.
You have got to stop doing that.
Washington Outreach Ministries is one of the largest emergency food pantry in Cleveland County. We feed about 15,000 people a month. We have bi-weekly distribution every other Friday, and we serve them with all type of product, not just food product, but all type of necessities. Anything that they need, we have here and we can supply it. Food is available every day, but we offer bi-weekly distribution so the mass of Cleveland County can come through and enjoy some of the food products that we have here.
All right, we're here inside the greenhouse. I'm sure you can tell. My goodness, and I'm just looking around. We've got pipes and tubes and what a water source. My gracious, John. And of course, these buckets down here on the floor is what the tomatoes are planted in.
Yes.
And
the buckets actually are filled with a volcanic rock that is crushed, superheated, and it pops like popcorn. And it's called perlite.
oh yeah.
And perlite will wick water, but not hold water. So there, the gray pipes, where you're seeing those gray pipes, are actually a drain pipe, and the little tube that's over top is actually the watering. So, and it keeps a 2-inch reservoir of water inside the buckets all the time.
So they're standing in water.
So yes, there's 2 inches of water in each of the buckets.
Okay.
And when we first start them, the plants, I start them from seed in little cubes, and then we transplant them once they're 2.5 weeks old. They'll get about that tall, and we felt that is the prime time to
transplant. Yeah, right.
If they get any taller, they tend to have trouble. because they're not planted as deep as what you would plant outside tomatoes.
Right, right,
Because
right.
we only set those little cubes right on top of that perlite. We'll make just enough of a dention to get the cube down
Okay.
into perlite.
Okay.
And then they set flush with the pods. And
And then this is some sort of styrofoam
there's
on
a
top.
styrofoam top, and that kind of helps keep the algae from growing and stuff.
Okay, in the algae in the water, because it's.
Well, algae on top of the perlite.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you can get algae, which once you start getting algae, then you can get disease and stuff.
Of course,
So,
of course.
that helps keep down the algae.
Yeah, okay. All right, so we're looking behind us here, and I see you've got them running this way, not up that way.
They're doing both.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
guess they are. I see that
they-
now.
They are supported with these clips, and they'll grow up that till they get about head high, and then we lower them to where they're standing now, and they run clockwise in the greenhouse. They literally, this row runs down to the end and makes a turn and comes back. And we only plant one time a year. We plant, transplant everything. We try to get them in by the 4th of July, and that will give us product at the end of September,
Okay.
the 1st of October, and then we'll pick till the middle of the next June.
So what you're telling me as far as the rotation goes, the plants don't rotate, but you do as far as picking.
Well, these plants actually do travel.
And how do they do that?
Well, I'm going to set down my
Yeah.
trusty little device here.
Right.
Okay. Basically what happens is this plant actually came from over there. And see,
Oh,
we
I
make a
see.
turn up here in the front.
Because they're growing, you have to
Yeah,
be
so
able to spread them out.
As they grow up, then we'll take them down, take a loop off, set them back up, and that's how we lower them. And then they travel. At the end of the season, these will be 50 to 60 feet long vines.
One tomato
tomato
plant. My
Yes.
goodness, John.
Yeah.
Now,
And-
how did you figure all that? Did you figure this
Well,
out?
I tell everybody, it's my wagon, but it ain't my wheels.
Okay.
I put my wheels, they're someone else's wheel on my wagon.
Okay.
The hydroponics and the way hydroponics has worked over the years started in Europe. Actually goes back to biblical times. There's sections of the Garden of Babylon that actually had hydroponics.
What?
Yes.
Who knew?
And so in Europe started, they don't have the climate that we have, so they started growing in hydroponics, hundreds of years ago.
Oh.
And then it moved to Canada, and then it's kind of drifted down across the line, and we actually went with a company that we bought our equipment from, and they're in Lodi, Ohio.
California.
No, Lodi, Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And we actually went and got our equipment from them. We took an enclosed trailer, my dad and I, and we rode up to Lohi and got everything.
So again, your one tomato plant's how tall if you stretched it out?
If you stretched it up, it would be between 45 and 55 to 60 feet. Feet.
My
Yeah.
God,
I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
So you're looking at 10 of me standing on my shoulders.
Oh my God.
At the end of the season.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Well, that's just phenomenal, is it not?
And then this ordinary looking device
which is a leaf
Is
blower, I
a
think.
battery operated leaf blower.
Yeah.
That's how we pollinate.
So you don't turn bees and
No,
flies.
I started
loose
out
in here.
using bees.
Well, that's when we were here the
Yes.
last time.
The last time y'all was here, we was using
You
bees.
did, you did.
The bees went from costing me about $85 for a hive to $150 a hive. So then what I done is I started hand pollinating, and the hand pollination takes me 45 minutes to an hour. And what that
For
entailed,
one plant.
to pollinate the whole greenhouse.
Oh, well, that's
and
not so
and
bad.
and what happens is you basically come in here with a vibrating wand
Yeah.
and touch it at the base here, and it vibrates the plant.
And the
well,
pollen falls
And
off.
the pollen actually falls into the plant itself because the plant is self-pollinating.
Yeah, right.
Okay, now with the leaf blower, and it 45 minutes to an hour to hand pollinate.
Okay.
The leaf blower, I can go down through here like this and pollinate in 15 minutes. So I cut my labor
done.
from 45 minutes to an hour
Yeah.
to 10 to 15 minutes.
Yes.
So-
So that means you can sell your tomatoes for less.
Well-
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You still got other labor to it, but that cuts part of the labor down.
Wow.
Yeah. And the better pollination you get, the bigger tomatoes you get.
Yes. Oh, and so that's
That's the key.
That's
Yeah,
the
because
whatever you call it. Yes,
yeah,
the key.
the what happens is the more the better pollinated they are, the more seeds are produced, and the more seeds are produced produces a larger fruit.
Gotcha. All right. Well, we are going to move on. We've looked at this is just fascinating, John. Looked at the tomatoes. We're going to move on to your other veggies.
Yes.
So stand by. Another Coke from the refrigerator.
Someone once said that without music, life would be a mistake. And that's how we feel here on Face the Music. Hi, I'm Summer Castle-Keever, and I'd love for you to join me each month on our new program, Face the Music, which airs on C19 TV and C19.tv. Each month we'll highlight the talents, personalities, and stories behind some of the area's most gifted singers, songwriters, and musicians. It's going to be a lot of fun, so join me each month for a new edition of Face the Music right here on C19.
here we are in a different part of the, what do we call this?
Greenhouse.
Here we are. All right. Well, we've spent a lot of time with the tomatoes, John, and 60 feet tall tomato plant. That's just unheard of, but I can see now how that works. But we're standing here in the middle of collards. We've got cucumbers over here. What is that?
That is a red Russian kale. It's a
Red
flat-leaf
Russian
red
kale.
Then you've got
And
dinosaur kale, green
Oh.
curly kale, and red curly kale.
Down there.
All on this one row.
now, this is the pepper row.
There's a few pepper plants. Yes.
Yeah.
We got jalapeno. As you can see.
Oh yeah, beautiful,
there's
beautiful.
Nice big jalapenos.
Yes.
Then this here, as you can see, we got some babies here. But this is hot bananas.
Okay.
And still blooming.
Of course.
And
you take your leaf blower and,
and
pollinate all
we,
of this.
we pollinate them and the cucumbers. We pollinate those with the leaf blower also.
Well, this is just
And
phenomenal.
And then your greens, hopefully you've bought some collards from me for New Year's.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Because this is we're in January now.
Right.
So I should have them plenty for New Year's.
Well, good. And you also made a comment. Of course, we talked about with the tomatoes, you pull the leaves off.
Yes.
And pulling leaves off, you pull them off on all of these plants, right?
Yes, I even take leaves off the pepper plants and the cucumber.
And that's because
What you're doing is creating more
stimulus.
You're stimulating the plant to produce more foliage, and making it think that I've not got enough, growth or enough foliage to produce the product or produce the fruit, so I need to grow more. So it continues to grow. Same thing with your greens.
Okay.
The more you pick them, as you can see the ones behind you, see how much greens have been took off there?
Yes, right down there. Right.
The more you take off, the taller they'll get. These, when we're getting done, will be 4 to 5 feet tall.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Collard
Green plants
Whoa.
will be. They look more like trees than they do collard plants.
Right.
Same thing
right.
with our other kales
Right.
and the red Russian. They'll get a great big old stalk on them, and they'll get. Last year I had some red curly kale that were probably 26 feet. Is
And
what
you wrapped them around like you do
we
the tomatoes?
we do them similar to the way we do the tomatoes.
Gee,
Yeah.
Well, John, this is just phenomenal. I hope all you out here are really not believing we have this in Cleveland County. Year-round veggies. And I would think, John, you stop production, number one, to give you a rest, and number two
Is to
it's
clean. What we do is mid-June, we'll strip everything out of the greenhouse. All the plants, we'll cut all the plants out, haul them off, and then what we'll do is we'll take all the pots out, empty them, pressure wash them. We'll sanitize, pressure wash the greenhouse, and we can have everything back going in less than 7 days.
Oh, that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
But
can
you
strip
need
everything
a
out,
rest
strip-
from all this too.
But the first 9 weeks that it takes to get the tomato plants back in production, they take 9 to 11 weeks. That's my rest period.
Gotcha.
That's when I get to rest.
Because you're just the opposite of farmers that are growing outside.
Yeah, I do winter farming instead of summer farming.
Right. Well, thank you, John. This is phenomenal, and we need to promote you at the farmer. Where else do you sell your tomato products?
Well, I sell at the Foothill Farmers Market on Saturday, which we are year-round. So January, we are still open in January,
Right.
even though it's cold.
Right.
A lot of times, we still will be there.
And you have fresh vegetables.
cucumbers, peppers, tomatoes, kales, collards, all that. And I also have, I sell here at the farm.
Okay.
And I have a high-end grocery store in Morganton, North Carolina, called Food Matters, and they have a weekly order that they buy.
Okay. Okay. So you can sell all of your product.
Yes.
Wow.
And the only time that I would not be at the farmer's market is if I'm sold out here.
Oh, of course.
Because I pick my order on Friday for my Monday delivery, and so that gives me anything I have left over after fixing that order, then I take to the farmer's market.
Wow. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. This is just a treasure here in the county, John. And I want to thank you for your time and your expertise. And I'm sure you have some help, but maybe it doesn't take much. All you have to do is wrap them around.
Yeah, I do have one helper, and he helps. He does a lot of the heavy lifting because I've got a bad shoulder. But a lot of the stuff like the picking and everything I do.
Wow. Personal touch.
He's actually colorblind, so he can't tell
A right from a green.
Yeah.
Well,
so I do all the picking.
you're blessed, and we are blessed to have you in the county. Well, thank you, folks. I hope you have a happy New Year, and there'll be more Cleveland County kitchen shows. Stand by.